Hey, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. We're talking about the secret history of the Freemasons, and this is by the History Channel. And I believe they're very limited in their understanding, as are most things and people when it comes to these type of things. And they got to a point where they talked how that it changed over the years and different things were done. And this Pike which was one of the most mysterious characters in Freemasonry, 33-degree Freemason. So we'll continue with what they say and make some comments.
Conspiracy theory to come.
Pike made a tremendous contribution to Freemasonry, but also Albert Pike as a person is one of the most controversial, Freemasons.
So Albert Pike made a lot of contributions, but also one of the most controversial because of all the stuff that he studied.
Location is reserved for the adepts, the princes of Masonry.
The notion that the higher degrees conceal information from the lower degrees is actually taken out of context. The statement occurs in Morals and Dogma in the chapter on the Knights Kadosh, which is the ritual that reenacts the Knight Templar legend. The Knights Templar were the medieval monks that fought in
tall, and he looked for all the world like Merlin the magician.
He was a Renaissance man in his knowledge and interest.
We're talking about Albert Pike again.
One of the main things that he accomplished was rewriting the rituals. Those.
So they admit that the rituals were rewritten. Even in LDS temples, the rituals have been edited or rewritten. So this is a common occurrence with a lot of these things.
Allegorical stories that teach the ethical and moral lessons.
33-degree Mason, they've got this shot here all over the place. I don't know what these other symbols are. I have no idea. I know it's probably something to do with them, but I have no idea.
He wrote this incredible volume, Morals and Dogma, and he just went to town with all of the lore of ancient religion, philosophy, and esoteric things of all kinds. He might mention Druids or agnostics or whatever, as well as very Christian themes, very classical themes.
And you see the scribe here, the compass. You see the square here, very common symbols. You see the Star of David. Very, very symbolic, and in various cultures those occur. Again, the G in there that stands for God or geometry is missing, but you get the point.
Pike combined ancient religions, astrology, myths, and legends to create an elaborate new set of 33 Masonic initiations. The conspiracy theories claim that these 33 strange ceremonies and degrees hold the key to understanding the truth about the Freemasons.
It's a philosophical system which teaches moral instruction. We have the Lodge of Perfection, which is the first 14 degrees.
Now listen to this. These are the different degrees. The Lodge of Perfection, first 14 degrees.
The Chapter of Rose Croix, the Council of Kadosh, and a Consistory of Masters of the Royal Secret.
So 4 different levels up to the 33-degree Mason.
Conspiracy theorists charge that these higher degrees are taught the true nature of the Freemason conspiracy, and that this truth is hidden from ordinary Masons. They point to Pike's own words, which seem to teach the art of deception.
The first 3 degrees are but the outer court of the temple. Part of the symbols are displayed there to the initiate, but he is intentionally misled by false interpretations. Their true explication is reserved for the adepts, the princes of Masonry.
The notion that the higher degrees conceal information from the lower degrees is actually taken out of context.
The whole problem with this is it inspired? Do the people really taught to go to higher levels of understanding and truth and righteousness? Or are they just not understood? This guy is from the Scottish Rite. They talk about different groups here, the Templars, Knight Templars, and other things done in Europe. I was interested in the part that they talked about a women's group in Europe that is part of the Freemasons. I don't know of any of those women's groups in this country, but they definitely have them in Europe, which is interesting.
The statement occurs in Morals and Dogma in the chapter on the Knights Kadosh, which is the ritual that reenacts the Knight Templar legend. The Knights Templar were the medieval monks that fought in the Crusades that were destroyed by Pope Clement V and King Philip the Fair of France. Now, Pike taught that that degree should warn us about the abuses of power. He saw Pope Clement V and Philip the Fair as potential dangers to mankind and believed the early Masons veiled the meaning in allegories in the lower degrees to keep their ceremonies secret.
Pike, who had been a Confederate brigadier general in the Civil War, is also the source of another Freemason mystery, the question of his supposed relationship with the Ku Klux Klan.
There you go, another one. Well, I'm going to let it go here. These mysteries go on, and until all things are revealed, we won't understand what's going on with a lot of this stuff and see it truly as it evolved and who did what. What is for sure is that men always add to the pure truth that's revealed to them. They always add their own dogma, their own precepts, their own principles. Now, their own precepts and their own principles are not truth. Man's nature is to do that, is to get some pure revelation and then also add their own principles or dogmas to the truth that's been given, and always pollute the truth over time. That has historically been the way it is from Adam down to the last man that will ever be on this earth. It's just part of our nature. Again, it's Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. Good day.